All right, here we go.
Next. Window. Please. With Nick Allen.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Next Window, Please. I'm your host, Nick Allen. Thanks for checking out the show. Fucking video now, baby. I'm putting this on YouTube. I'd heard that it's best not to swear right at the beginning of a YouTube video, but I guess it's a little late for that. Now, this is it. Check it out. I made a little studio. My oldest son had moved out of the house, and he has a bed on the other side of the camera here, and I kind of I took over a corner. I don't know how much I actually wanted to start doing the podcast again, and how much I just wanted to put some of my shit on the walls. So I don't know. We're gonna do both. So we'll see how this goes. As you can tell from the audio from the laptop, I've got some technical things to figure out, but I think it's recording. I hope it's filming, and yeah, this is it. It's a little odd. I know sometimes there would be pauses on the audio only version. I think it might be a little stranger on video. I'm not quite sure where to look. Is it weird if I look right in the lens, or we just look around the room? I did take some stuff off of the walls in here. My oldest son is he's a Patriots fan, and everywhere I looked, there was Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski. There's still some of that. You know, I didn't want to tear all of his stuff down the walls, or off of the walls. But anyway, thanks for checking out the show. I appreciate it. It's been a while. Yeah, I'm gonna try to we'll do this. We'll see what happens. So thanks for checking it out. I haven't been up to much different than the last time I did this. I'm still doing shows, still doing radio every morning on the Todd and Tyler Radio Empire. Having fun doing that. Shows have been pretty good. they're hit or miss sometimes. When I'm done with this, I'm about to grill a steak. I just did a show. Sometimes we'll do private shows. In a lot of small towns, they'll be like, hey, come early and eat. And a lot of times they have like prime rib. And it's good prime rib. But I'm not the biggest prime rib fan. It just seems like it's not cooked enough sometimes. It's super rare. And sometimes it's good. And a lot of times they'll be like, hey, get here early and eat a prime rib. And I can't. Before a show, I can't just load up on fucking prime rib. Be like, you're full, and it's too much. But I did a show recently for the Cattlemen's Association. I think it was Washington County, Nebraska, and they were like, "Hey, come early if you want one of the better steaks you'll have. Come early." I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" If the cattlemen say, "Come early and have a steak," I'll do that. So I did. And I went to Blair, Nebraska. It was a restaurant called the Marina in Blair. Not close to water, no boats around, but still called the Marina. I guess they used to dredge a path to the river, but they don't anymore. But still, the Marina, and they've used this rub there for 50 years. The dude said his grandpa made it. It's salt, pepper, instant coffee, garlic. He said like some cumin and some other shit in there. But we put it on a steak the other day. And my youngest son loved it. My oldest son will be here tonight for dinner. And he's like, if it tastes like coffee, I'm not going to like it. I don't think it tastes like coffee, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I should make one with a different rub just in case. You don't want to put 4 steaks on the grill and have them be like, fuck, they'll taste like coffee. So anyway, if you're new to the show, this is kind of what it is, what it has been, what it will be. I just ramble about shit. It's almost Easter's coming up. Easter's one of my favorite candy holidays. We've covered that on a previous episode. But I think the egg Reese's are the best. A lot of chocolate, a lot of different sweets. Peeps can fuck off. I don't give a shit about Peeps. But it's jelly bean season, which I love. And we've been going through a lot of jelly beans at my house. I've been going through I'm probably eating the majority of the jelly beans at our house. And I'm partial to the Mike and Ike jelly beans. Mike and Ike, in general, knows flavor like nobody else, and I don't think there's another jelly bean like them. Oh, we have three different egg-shaped bowls of jelly beans. One has the Mike and Ike, one has Starburst, one has Skittles, and I don't know how long the Starburst and Skittles have sat there, but the Mike and Ike bowl has been filled with a new bag. I don't know, 3, 4 times. It's like every other time I'm at the store, I'm getting a couple more bags of Mike and Ike jelly beans. And that's one of the things about jelly beans is they're not available year round, unless they're Jelly Belly. I don't know why they have the market on that. There's no reason there's not Mike and Ike. I think it's like the Mega Mix flavor bag. There's no reason that's not on the shelf year round. No, other than Mike and Ike jelly beans not being available year round, I think everything's going great. If you've seen the news, it's fun. We're not going to talk about that. That's not this kind of fucking. It's not. This is just fast food and it's all dumb shit. If you're looking for a smart show, this is not that. As far as fast food goes, I haven't been venturing out a ton. I did try the KFC chicken sandwich, just a straight up KFC chicken sandwich, and I was disappointed. KFC's fried chicken is great. You'd think that they would hold the same level of standards for their chicken sandwich. But they didn't. They don't. The chicken itself was fine, pretty generic, and I've had better, or at least on par chicken sandwiches from gas stations as far as the quality of the chicken goes. And the sauce, I don't think they could have given a fuck less about the sauce. It's like a mayonnaise with maybe a hint of something else it's not even, I can even taste it. I don't know. It's just like they put fucking mayonnaise and pickles on a chicken sandwich. Like, yeah, whatever. We're known for fried chicken. Who gives a shit? Their fries weren't bad. I had never really had their fries before. Their fries were actually pretty good. The fries were better than the chicken sandwich. My wife and I picked that up on our way to go see Ward Davis. This bar, there's a country bar just outside of Omaha in Venice, Nebraska called Buck's Bar and Grill. My favorite country artist, Ward Davis, plays there. We have Ward Davis on the wall. He's right here. Look at that. Can you hear the dog? I don't know if you can or not. Got this new recorder, so I keep looking to make sure it's still recording. My oldest son's dog, Coco, is over. Coco is one of the cutest puppies in the world, and she's also, she can be pretty annoying. She's great. I love her, but she barks. I think she knows she's so cute that she gets away with more than she would otherwise. I think she's aware of how adorable she is, and she takes advantage of it. But she'll just fucking bark. I'm sure now she's barking at something walking by the house, but there's sometimes she'll just be fucking hanging out on the couch, and out of nowhere she's just like, beep, and everybody jumps up out of their seat. Like, what's going on? Nothing's going on. Coco is just yip, yip. Friend of mine, I've been thinking about it a lot. I think about it more than I ever thought I would. You know, somebody says something and like, that's interesting, and then it ends up being something you think about all the time. My friend Craig Evans, once we were talking about how dogs, I brought up how dogs, they bark whenever something walks by the front door. They just bark. They bark, and I'm like, what has that ever accomplished? And he said to them, like, once they bark as long as something's walking in front of them, and then when they're done barking, it's gone. Whatever is, like, to them, it works. That has stuck in my head for years. So anyway, we got KFC on the way to go see Ward Davis. I love Ward Davis. If you're into, he's got some just straight up like country songs. Well, they're all straight up country songs, but some of them are like, you know, Get to Work Whiskey. He's a sober guy now. He's got stuff like that, but then he has some songs that just punch me in the fucking gut, and oh, I love it. There's nothing like just a sad country song that's just like a fucking cannonball in your stomach, and he does that, and I love him. Anyway, his show is much better than the KFC chicken sandwich. I know I've mentioned runs on this show previously. If you're ever anywhere where there's a Runza, they're kind of localized in Nebraska, Kansas. I think there's a couple in Iowa. There's a couple in Colorado. I'm not sure how else, like, what else their reach is, but they're testing a chicken sandwich, just a fried chicken sandwich. They used to have one. It's been off the menu for years and years, and I've missed it. And they're testing it on a couple markets. So we live in Omaha, and they were testing it in Waverly, Nebraska, which is just outside of Lincoln, and Lincoln, and a couple other places that were further away. So my youngest son and I were like, we're gonna fucking get this. So we did. We drove to Waverly, half an hour each way, not bad. And then the runs that we show up to, we're like, oh, well, we're gonna eat inside. We drove there. We're not gonna eat this chicken sandwich while we're driving home. But that location, one of the test markets or test stores for this chicken sandwich, fucking dining room was closed. So shit, there's a couple guys that had driven half an hour to get this chicken sandwich, was eating it in the car. And that was good. That, you just go straight up. If you order it as is, it was straight up mayonnaise. They don't pretend to be some other sauce. I should maybe give KFC more credit. Maybe they do just say it's mayonnaise, but I'd be surprised by that. But anyway, the Runza chicken sandwich, mayonnaise, tomato, lettuce. It was good. I really hope it takes off everywhere else. Our thinking is that maybe they offer a fish sandwich through Lent. Hopefully, once they're done with the fish sandwich for Lent, they go with, they put this chicken sandwich on the menu. We will all rejoice. Wendy's has been advertising a sale through the college basketball tournament that offers the junior bacon cheeseburger for $1. And I think they just call it like the double stack. It looks like a double burger. I've never had that before there. So Wendy's, I'm partial to the junior bacon cheeseburger. I rarely venture out from the junior bacon cheeseburger. Unless there's some chicken nuggets that happen to come with the biggie bag that also contains the junior bacon cheeseburger. I'll do that. I'll go to spicy nuggets. Their barbecue sauce is phenomenal. It goes great with their fries. But they're offering this sale, and I love the junior bacon cheeseburger. Oh shit, $1 only on the app. You've got to purchase. It's with additional purchase, which is fine. They're not making any money selling a junior bacon cheeseburger for $1. You've got to buy a fry, a drink, whatever. You can get a fucking Frosty with it. I think they still might have that Thin Mint Frosty too. Wendy's doesn't fuck around. But the problem, they don't fuck around unless it's the app. Wendy's app, I rarely use the app. You just show up, get the biggie bag. It's fine. If there's any reward points or whatever, I'm not going to accumulate those buying the biggie bag, I'm sure. So let's go in, get the biggie bag, get the spicy nuggets, get the barbecue sauce, be set. But with this sale, I'm like, oh, let me log into the Wendy's app. And I've tried repeatedly, over and over and over again. I deleted the app, I reinstalled the app, and every time I go to log in, you put your email in, and it doesn't ask for a password, which I appreciate. It's like, hey, we're just going to send you an email, click on it, and open the app. And I do, and every time it says, oops, something went wrong. There's no, oh, do you want to troubleshoot this? Nothing. Like, I'm out. I'm out on the fucking Wendy's app. The $1 junior bacon cheeseburger would be great. Let's go get it with the biggie bag. Hopefully they still have that. But I understand why it's tough for them to figure it out. I've always had problems with the Burger King app. McDonald's is the only app that's like fucking tried and true. We had one issue with the McDonald's app once. We were somewhere in Missouri, and it was like, it's Craig, or there was Rockport. And we were in Rockport, Missouri, and we were trying to get McDonald's from there. And for some reason, there's a Rockport outside of Houston, Texas, somewhere. So we ordered food that was, hundreds and hundreds of miles away, and it didn't allow us to cancel it. That was a pain in the ass. But other than that, the McDonald's app, it's very fucking trusty. It lets you reorder things easily. Yeah, I don't know. I will, now that I've been seeing the junior bacon cheeseburger on TV, I'll be getting one sooner rather than later. Other than that, I haven't been eating a ton of fast food aside from, there's some nights driving home from shows, I'll stop and I'll get it's trusty at the hamburger Happy Meal with double fries. What I'm a grown man. What am I gonna eat? Fucking sliced apples with my Happy Meal? I'm not. So I just straight up hamburger. I get the double fries. Sometimes they'll give you two tiny little containers of French fries, like the one that would come if you were to get like the fries and the apples, or I think they might offer oranges or some shit. But sometimes you'll get two of those little ones, and sometimes they'll just put in a small fry. Those are the people that fucking know what's up. They hook you up. There's no why waste two little cardboard containers when you could just put in one small fry bag. Get that plus a McChicken. If you've accumulated reward points, you use the reward points on the McChicken, and the whole thing's fucking $5. It's a great snack. And if you're trying to let people know if you're not eating a lot of fast food, it's something that can, if you give yourself enough time, if the McDonald's is far enough away from where you live, you have plenty of time to eat all that before you get home. And as a grown man, it might not be the best look to have an empty Happy Meal container in the back seat of your Ford Focus, but shit happens. I forgot to. I'll have to pause this at some point. Yeah, I forgot to grab. I've got new merch. I've got little pieces of old baby blue. We'll do that. We'll have to pause this. I was hoping for no editing. Might just have to put the pieces of the car on the next one. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here with the editing. My friend Cameron Logsden, very funny. Check him out. You probably already follow him on social media. If you don't, do what The Rock does. Fucking follow Cameron on Instagram. He helped me through some of this technical stuff. Yeah, that Happy Meal's awesome. I eat the McChicken first. There's nothing wrong with the McChicken. I think I don't know how much is better, at least fast food wise, just sturdy, reliable, nearly guaranteed. Depending on all this is with the fast food caveat is if somebody who's making it gives a fuck. The McDonald's straight up hamburger, ketchup, mustard, onion, the fucking rehydrated onions, the thin pickles. That's the one thing that I've been disappointed with at Runza is they have new pickles and they're thicker and crispier than needed. If you're getting a burger or a grill, that's really the only thing I get pickles on there. I'm not going to get a burger on a grilled chicken sandwich. Or no, I'm not going to get pickles on a grilled chicken sandwich, but the pickles don't need to they don't need to be that ambitious. Fucking calm down. There's no reason to be that crispy, that thick. You're not the star of the show. Covered Mike and Ike jelly beans. Talked about Ward Davis. That's good. So I got a little list here. Got the computer. I feel like fucking Tom Brokaw. And here's what's new at Hardee's. Chewy Tic Tacs, new candy. They're out. They're good. I'm kind of surprised I saw them new at the gas station. I'm let's check this out. I like Tic Tacs. I've always liked the consistency, the flavor, more the fruit ones than the mint ones. I'm kind of surprised they launched them during Easter. It's like jelly bean season, and the Chewy Tic Tacs they're akin to jelly beans. The outside is a little crispier than a jelly bean, but the inside texture is very similar to a jelly bean. I thought they were good. I liked them. I hope they last. I hope they work out, and I hope that if the sales aren't as good as they thought they would be, maybe they see what might have been lacking in their launch time, and they realize it was during jelly bean season, and they give them a shot. I don't know. Fucking April 21st. It's weird. Easter's on 4/20 this year. It's going to be probably more high people at Easter dinner than normal. Also, the WWE made an interesting choice. WrestleMania this year is on Saturday, April 19th and Sunday, April 20th. Not only is WrestleMania on Easter, but it's also on 4/20. I haven't gotten into that. I don't even know. I don't know what the beefs are with anyone. Going through this list of shit I want to talk about on here. So I mentioned Cameron. Cameron Logsden was on Suits. Suits is on NBC. They're rebooting Suits. I think it's like Suits 2.0 or Suits LA. My friend Gary Curtis has also been on TV. He was just on Matlock, the new Matlock with Kathy Bates on CBS. It's cool to see those guys on national TV. They're fucking killing it. I love it. I've been doing a lot of bar shows. I just got off the phone with the bar. It's not far from my house. I was like, I didn't even know it existed. My son and I went to this card shop and I saw this bar across the street. I'm like, oh, that looks like a cool place to do a show. Called them up. I actually got the owner of the bar on the phone. A lot of times booking shit, that's the hardest thing to do, is just get the person on the phone. I did, and she seemed like she might be interested. But then she's like, what kind of, is your comedy like crude or dirty? I'm like, yeah, it is. Especially at a bar. And she said, do you use a lot of F's? She wouldn't say fuck. But if the bar owner's not going to say fuck on the phone, it's probably not going to be a good fit. So there's some corporate shows sometimes and shit. You've got to rein that in. But at a bar, come on. It's odd. My clientele is older. Like, those people have fucked more than anybody. An old person is just, they fuck. They've fucked for decades. Decades. There's a bar in some small town here. I'm going, well, don't see if your comedy aligns with our values. I'm like, your values? You run a bar. Like, is your comedy sexual? Like, yeah, it's not sexy, but it's about, fucking balls and jizz and asses and shit. Like, how does that work? If you run a bar, you're like, do people start talking about sex? Like, hey, whoa, easy. They're hanging out at a bar in fucking Murdoch, Nebraska at 12:30 a.m. on a very early Saturday morning. But let's not, we don't talk about cocks and shit in here. What are you doing? I should search and see if I could find a couple of these emails. I've been getting some weird fucking emails. And they're all from the same person because they all have the same content to them. Okay, here, let's see. This is probably one of them. So, yeah, my website. You check my website. If you want to see where I'm doing shows or whatever, nicksallens.com. So, you can tell this is going to be bullshit. Because I could get emails through the website. Here, if there's anything you want to talk about this show, hit me up at nextwindowpod@gmail.com. If you got any fast food suggestions, I don't know, were you going to be grilling this summer? Anything you want to talk about? It's fucking some Easter candy I might be overlooking. Please hit me up. nextwindowpod@gmail.com. This comes in. It's from Lincoln Diop. Or no, that's just spam. Let's see. I should have. I thought about getting these before the show, but I didn't. Okay, so here's one. Name Rod Belding makes up an email and says, to whom it may concern, July 23rd, we are looking for comedic entertainment after a day rafting trip with myself and a flight attendant I recently met. By comedic entertainment, we mean you masturbating on stage for hours on end. Rod. The fuck is that? The first time this person had sent something, I thought it was like legit. And it's not. It's fucking not. It's like somebody's creating email addresses to like I don't get it. I don't get it. Here, Nick. My name is Nat Basiccio, and I'm the owner of the Peach Pit, a friendly diner popular with high school students. Recently, a good friend, 40 years my junior, Dylan, brought out half of my dinner. We are reaching out to see if, I don't know what the fuck that means. We're reaching out to see if you're available on March 19th to do stand-up. Conversely, instead of paying you in U.S. currency, what if he allowed you to masturbate in the back room instead? The fuck? It's odd. I don't know. I was going to say I'm probably doing the wrong thing by giving it attention, but putting it out on the Next Window Please podcast is probably the opposite of attention. Anyway, we've got currently got some fruit roll-ups at the house. That's nice. I haven't had, since we've had jelly beans, I've stopped eating as many fruit roll-ups, but we had like a 2-pack that had some sort of like tie-dyed something. I remember tropical tie-dye, I think, and then strawberry. And at first you're like, oh, there's something about the tropical tie-dye, but then the strawberry fruit roll-up really just stands on its own. There's a reason. It's just, I imagine it's one of the first flavors they had. It's a classic. It's only two at a time. We had a friend over here. We had friends over here a couple weeks ago, and there may have been some cocktails involved. We just stacked up some fruit roll-ups. He recommended eating, what, 6, 7 at a time? But we did, and I would recommend that as well. If you've got, like, you got the big fucking Costco box of fruit roll-ups, why not? I'm sure I've discussed it on here before, but if you're if you're the cool aunt, cool uncle, take a fruit roll-up, set it out flat, take a pack of Gushers, lay it diagonally across it, roll that up like a burrito, like a joint, and then take that and wrap a fruit by the foot around the whole thing. Great. Make one for your niece or nephew, and make one for yourself as well. I'm deleting these things on the notes. As an honorable mention, strawberry fruit roll-up. I don't know why. It's very special. Yeah, it's getting warmer, and we have these dogs that live right behind us that are driving me absolutely fucking crazy. I'm out of the house early, so I don't hear them bark in the morning, at least during the week. But weekends, they start barking early, and apparently these people they have a dog door. So they're not controlling when the dogs go in and out. And when the dogs are out, they'll just be barking incessantly outside, and they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They're so loud, and I guess they're little corgis. I can't really see it because it's a fence, but they're always just like, drives me nuts. I was talking to a neighbor of mine about it. He said he talked to the dude that lives there, and he's just like, yeah, like, doesn't think it's a big deal. He's like, well, they're corgis. What are you going to do? I'm like, I don't know. Find a way to get them to shut the fuck up. I don't know what to do. There's a wooden fence between their house and ours. I don't know if I just cut a hole in this fence and see if the dogs want to make a break for it. Also, I own an air horn, and I've thought about whenever the dogs are barking, just going out there and blasting the air horn. But I imagine I might get more neighbors pissed at me for blasting this air horn than they are at the dogs. I don't need to be creating enemies because I'm trying to shut these fucking dogs up. Man, I don't know. It doesn't have anything to do with food. If anybody's ever dealt with a situation like that, especially like, I haven't said anything to the dude, but if somebody's already talked to him and he doesn't care, what do? I don't know. When our dogs are outside and they start barking, we bring them in. That's why they're inside. You could probably hear them barking now. We have a dog in diapers now. That's fun. Anybody else dealing with that? He's a dude though, so it just wraps around his dick, like on his torso. I don't know how female dog diapers work, but I don't even know if they make dog diapers that cover up the ass. That would be such a mess. Dogs shit constantly. We had to put Tucker in diapers because he's old. He's 16 years old. He doesn't know when he's pissing. He doesn't know when he's shitting. So he shits on the floor, and you hope for the best. You hope it's just a standard turd. And the amount that they shit is it's constant. It's all day, every day. Like, if we've been out for a while, there'll just be piles of turds everywhere. So we have 2 dogs. Leave her all the time. Coco's here now. She's visiting. We mentioned Coco, the cutest puppy in the world. But other dogs are cute too. But Tucker's like he's cute like your drunk uncle is like, oh, look at that guy. He's kind of like what a rabble rouser or whatever. He's got a goiter that nearly hits the floor. He's in the diaper. Still tries to hump shit sometimes. But he hasn't given up on that. Probably like your drunk uncle. But he's not bright. Like I said, he's lost control of when or where it's funny to see him in a diaper thinking he's pissing on the couch or on the floor, and he's not. But he just shits with abandon. And our other dog, Roxy, she's much smarter than Tucker is. And I think she saw him shitting in the house, so she's just like, oh, cool, we shit in the house now? So there's fucking piles of turds. That's my day. come home, fucking change his diaper, pick up turds, eat some Mike and Ike jelly beans, call bars to see if I'll say the F word at him or not. Alright. I better take weird masturbating emails off this list. Let's see, how we're doing on time here. Half an hour? Well, maybe. We'll see. There's going to be a little bit of editing involved. I downloaded the program. I don't know how to fucking do that shit. And Cam's great. Cam's like, he's like, oh, there's like YouTube tutorials and stuff. I'm like, I can watch YouTube tutorials and like sometimes they help and sometimes I was like, man, it makes me feel like even worse about the things. I'm like, hey, this person's showing me what to do and I don't know what's going on. Every once in a while, the YouTube video will inspire me just to try something on my own. It was a long time ago. It's probably the only time this has ever happened where I was trying to connect like a current Xbox to an old TV. And I went to look it up on YouTube, and the YouTube video was like a 12-year-old kid being like, oh, hey, here, look, here's how to hook up an Xbox with him. Like, man, I could figure this out. I don't need this 12-year-old kid to show me how to do it. I probably should have just not had that pride and fucking watched it and done it faster, but I don't know. It didn't take that long, and it's fine. It's fine. Yep, got my car back. Like I said, I should grab these pieces. I'm not sure how to fucking pause. So what I was in a car accident just before Christmas last year, December. Hey, get it? Just before Christmas. I was driving to work and I was just kind of on autopilot. I thought I looked over to see if there was somebody in the lane next to me. I don't know if I just turned my head over and I wasn't paying attention. I thought I was, but I wasn't. And my 2014 Ford Focus just meets this semi that's in this lane, and the lug nuts from the semi shredded up my driver's side door, the passenger door, fucking shredded. And the car still ran. It didn't fuck anything up with the engine. It took like the back wheel out. But like it was just like fucked up. The doors were all crazy. I had to climb out the passenger seat and shit. It was nuts. But so that was on a Thursday. And then the show I had that Saturday was for a place called Hilltop Auto Body out of Western Iowa. I think they're in Sidney, Iowa, Shenandoah, Iowa. And this dude, Dennis, that runs the place, had hired me to do his Christmas party, but just like had it at the bar in Sydney and open it up to everybody, which is cool. I hadn't had anybody do that before, but it was a good coincidence that I had this fucking car issue. And then he's like, hey, I'll help you out. I'll fucking take care of it. And he did. They were amazing. I've got the car back. It looks great. And then he was really kind too. It took me a while to get the car because at first I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to take a truck to. It was in Shenandoah, Iowa. It's over an hour drive from here, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to get a truck, get these doors in the back so I can like transport the doors so I can cut them up, sell them as merch. And not only did they cut all of these pieces up, I just got little pieces of the Ford Focus door, and got that. They cut all those up, and then when I was finally to go get the car, I was like, hey man, do you mind starting it just to see if it'll start? Because there were like sub-zero fucking completely bullshit cold days here. I was worried about it starting at all. And he's like, no, it's fine. Every night we've been starting it up and bringing it back into the shop. Like that was insanely kind of them, and they didn't have to do that. And yeah, it was just they did a great job. And yeah, Hilltop Auto Body. So thanks to Dennis and all of his crew. They did a great job, and I really appreciate it. I really do. So did that. We got barking dogs in the neighborhood. Talked about that shit. I could have pushed out at a show 2 weeks ago. I was doing a fundraiser for a daycare in this town called Manila, Iowa. And I didn't ask them. I should have asked why a daycare needs a fundraiser. But I didn't. But there was a big crowd there. I'm sure it helps out. Like, it's cool to see like small towns just support each other and their communities and stuff. But at this show, the Catholic priest was sitting right up front. He was like a younger guy. I don't know. He was probably like late 30s, maybe 40. And I fucking pussed out. Because the joke should have... I thought about it at the time, too. Like, man, like, why? Of course, the Catholic priest is at the daycare fundraiser. Right? That's the joke. That's the obvious fucking joke. But I didn't. I'm like, you know what? They hired me. I'm not here to like piss everybody off. I'm here to like make them have a good night and all this. And I do. I kind of. I don't know if I regret it, but I did feel just like a fucking pussy. I don't know. What do you think? Hit me up. nextwindowpod@gmail.com. Did I fucking puss out? Was that the right thing to do? I don't know. We had a week off of radio recently. In the past, it was like 3 weeks ago. We had a week off, and I ended up looking at this Wikipedia page of this guy named Chesty Puller. Apparently, he's like the most legendary Marine that's ever lived. And I found out about him. It's like my Reddit algorithm is put up. There's a subreddit called Medals. It's like r/medals, and people will put up pictures of like the military medals that people wear on their chest, on their uniform, their dress uniforms. They'd be like, hey, these were my grandfather's medals. What did he do? And it's interesting just to see, what all that signifies. But through some of these comments and stuff, I found about this Chesty Puller. Looked at his Wikipedia page. The guy's incredible. Like, oh, there's this book that people has highly recommended. So I ordered it, and I've had it for 2 weeks, and I haven't cracked a fucking page. I have a slot machine game on my phone, and I have spun so many times for nothing. The coins mean nothing. It means it's worth nothing. I'm not spending money on fake slot machine game coins, but why? Why is that so much more interesting to me than like an actual book that I could learn something from? I'm not learning anything from the slot machine game. Let's go between the slot machine game and Instagram Reels. Wonder why I never accomplish anything? What do you do? The Reels have been good lately, though. There's some days the Reels, like the algorithm just sucks. And some days I think the algorithm knows me too well, and other days it'll put up, all the videos will be in like fucking French or Spanish. I'm like, I thought you knew me. What I want is like, I want the videos of the dogs humping shit. Those are great. The farts, of course, people falling, people scaring each other, animals. There was my favorite one recently was showed a monkey and a dog just like by each other, and the monkey goes to turn its back to the dog, and as it turns its back to the dog, just takes its paw, fucking covers up its butthole. Like something happened. That monkey's smart. It learned. It doesn't want whatever that dog has in store for it. So anyway, I have not read any of the Chesty Puller book. I'm gonna have to fucking check that out. We'll see if any progress has been made by the time the next episode of this comes out. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. I hope this works. I hope this has been fucking recording the audio. I hope the video's working. If you've made it this long, fucking good God. Thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna work on putting more of these out. So yeah, this is Next Window. Please, like it, rate it, review it. I guess you could subscribe to it on the podcast platforms and on YouTube. I'm just gonna put these up on my personal YouTube page. And yeah, if you want to come see me live, all my dates are at nicksislands.com. I can be heard every weekday, 6 to 10 on the Todd and Tyler Radio Empire. And yeah, that's it. And thanks for checking it out. Wait, before I figure, I gotta find the outro on here. I forgot. We'll figure out how to get these clips on this editing software. But yep. All right, we're gonna go to the outro. Thanks and peace.